Chaos here, the Unearthed Shinigami. Just wanting to thank you for stopping by and checking out my YouTube channel. If you like the content, be sure to like and subscribe, possibly share, it'll help get viewers. But other than that, let's go ahead and get on with what we want to talk about today. Today, I'd like to talk about teams in the superhero universe. Now, as action figure collectors, we love the thought of building up all of our teams. There's a lot of them right now that are still missing some Starjammers, uh, a few other ones that we would like to get our hands on to complete. Better fail. But my whole point is teams are really what move the universes in comic books. Like, we have our single issue characters like Punisher, Spider Man, Captain America, but stories are so much more interesting when we get into the team aspects of it. Now, team aspects are something that we really don't take into consideration too often because we had so many teams to choose from. We had the Avengers, we had the X-Men, we had Howling Commandos, we had Midnight Suns, Justice League, Teen Titans. We even had obscure ones like Wildcats, Cyberforce, and Ultra Force. My main focus, though, is A versus B teams. I mean, you have your A team, which has got someone like the Hulk and Captain America and Thor, Iron Man, Scarlet Witch. I mean, you got major heavy hitters on your A teams. Your B teams, not so much. But the B teams, those ones are usually the team that has the most important task. That if it doesn't get taken care of, everything's messed up. I mean, just look at it like this in Endgame as the perfect example. The B team was supposed to get the glove from the bunker out to the A team fighting Thanos. All that shit happened to the B team, right? So as all that happens to the B team, the more it looks like they're gonna fail. If they actually would have, Thanos would have come in, hellfired the entire area with cannon fire from the ships, and that would have been over with. B team is essential. So with that, I was thinking, who would be my B team? My personal B team. Because as a collector and somebody who likes to play with action figures and do animations, I have the option to mash all these worlds together. So who would be my B team? Well, we're going to find out right now. So I think the first person in my B team would have to be someone very tanky, very strong, very durable, someone that could come back from death if need be. Someone that has a regenerative factor that is probably the best in comic books. And I would be Lobo. Yep. Lobo's going on my B team, guys. With the fact that he could regenerate from a single blood cell, the fact that he's been banned from heaven and hell, the only person that I really would have to worry about fighting this guy is this guy. Like, Lobo is the main man for a reason. But that's why I would want him on my team. Because I know, given the amount that he would request, he's going to get that job done. He's a man of his word, and as long as you're paying him, which would be done, that right there, that is a solid dude. All right. So, we've got our tank of the group, right? So now we're going to go a little further out. Still in the same range. Fierce, very angry, very almost primal in a sense. Can you guess who it is? Now, this isn't one of the ones that are the absolute best figures, because you guys out there, collect the better ones. I do like these ones, though, and especially this one. We're going to go with the Predator. Now, this isn't a NECA, sadly, because those things are expensive. And when these were $10 a pop, dude, those were actually pretty good. And they're well sized. I mean, he's standing next to him, a Farland Lobo, and he's bent kneed, just like Lobo is. They're roughly the same size. But I digress on the figure. The fact that the Predator would be able to communicate with the team, because I'm putting him on the team, the technology alone sets him apart a little bit. But the fact that these guys are amazingly strong, nimble as hell, smart, and rely on quick wit and instinct. And then you have the bladed gauntlet, the plasma cannon on the shoulder, and a tracking capability. And let's not even talk about the disc, because that's probably one of the sweetest things. I mean, you also have the spear cone, which is the extending spear that he just lobs at things. The net, I mean, the technology alone with the Predator plus Lobo already, this might actually rival some A-teens at this point. But we're going to step back from superpowers and such, and we're going to go with someone relatively normal. I was thinking, and someone that I could probably think might get along with these guys, still keeping the same kind of pace and energy with them. My man, Frank Castle, the Punisher. Alright, so we all know the Punisher's backstory, depending on which one you want to go with. I think it's been changed 2 or 3 times now, but it's roughly the same. More or less. Just a badass dude with the willpower beyond. I mean, if you gave this guy a lantern ring, ho, green would be this man's color for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. A red ring for the rage? Maybe. But I would say a green ring on Punisher. Strong will. There you go. Not to mention, so far you're looking at the team and you can tell my guys just don't mind whacking you if they need to. Now, bringing that in mind, one of my next picks for my team, very much the same. Very much the same mentality as kind of the rest of these guys. In fact, if you guys were thinking Wolverine was going to be on this list, you're wrong, actually. No, Spider Shot. Probably the most deadliest of the Spider-Men. And why is that? Well, if you don't understand where he comes from a what if comic where Peter Parker traveled cross seas with Wolverine, and I'm not going to spoil the entire comic, but some stuff happens and he ends up training with someone who teaches him how to hone his spider sense to the point of almost precognitive accuracy. Now, if you add that with the fact that this Spider-Man, in my head, doesn't hold back and will one-shot splatter people, not to mention he shoots them if he needs to also, yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, a lot of people will be like, well, Spider-Man's an A-lister. Spider-Man's an A-lister. Spider-Man's an A-lister if he's in singles. Maybe if he's doing a team up with somebody. But on a team like the Avengers, Spider-Man is B tier. Like, don't get me wrong, he could go rounds with the Hulk. No lie. But at the same time, if the Hulk catches him with a full-on blast to the chest or face, he's going to kill, or at least, if not incapacitate or rock Spider-Man completely. So, I mean, he's not invulnerable. He's really fast, stupid agile, stupid strong, to the point where he has to joke while he's fighting, so he reminds himself how squishy people are. And that right there is why he's on this team. Yeah, you could say he's A-level, like I said, but he's only A-level if he's in his own comic, in his own environment, by himself. Maybe 2 or 3 others, he might stay A-list. But again, if you put him next to Lobo, he goes instantly to B, which is why he's on the B team. Now, speaking of B teams, what one wouldn't be complete without some sort of magic user? And at this point, I think that's kind of where my biggest dip in defense is nothing for magic. So let's skip Strange and go right with my man John Constantine. Now, Johnny Boy here, this version particularly, I made from a blank. I loved Keanu Reeves. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that because a lot of people think that his version of John Constantine was really bad, but I really, really enjoyed it. And the only thing that I would have changed in the movie at all would be his hair color. So that is why I went out and made sure I personally got a Keanu Reeves head sculpt, painted it so that it had blonde hair, because in the comics, Constantine has blonde hair. And there you go. Then on top of it, like I said, hella magic defense, smart as hell, instinctual. The guy is a good asset to any team, A, B, or C. Now, another controversial one that I'm probably going to get, because again, he is A tier by himself in his own type of setting. But we're looking at a setting like this, so we're wondering what it's going to be. And out of left field is coming Albert Wesker. There you go, guys. Albert Wesker from the Biohazard or Resident Evil series. The man has been genetically altered to the point where he is undead in a sense. I mean, he has a heartbeat. He is not dead, but he has bonded with multiple versions of the virus. So it's hard to say what he can and can't do. A lot of times we have seen him depicted with super speed, super strength, various other abilities, light psionics. So again, in his own world, he would be an A tier character. But in a team like this, with the people that I have set him up with, be it best, be it top, be on the team. Now, as you'll notice, I'm missing one thing. The one thing my B team is missing is a female character. Now, I've gone ahead and out of the best I could think of that I could come up with for a B team, and I'll get to this argument right now, is probably Ms. Marvel. But since I don't have the correct suited one, we'll stick her here as a replacement for now. Hold on. There we go. Every team has a female in it. At least one. Right, guys? I mean, every team that I've mentioned so far. Including Howling Commandos, including Midnight Suns. Like, you think of a team, it's usually one female superhero in that team. The problem comes when you're making a B team. If you're making a B team, you don't have many, if any, choices to choose from B-level female superheroes. They're C's, C pluses at best, or immediate A's. I mean, for instance, someone like Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde sent Wolverine back into the past. Kitty Pryde has the ability to go intangible. Kitty Pryde has the ability to just reach and grab your heart and make your heart intangible, and then you fall over and die while she's still holding your intangible heart that now she has made unintangible and drops to the floor too. I mean, that's a level higher than a B, especially if at levels where she could send you intangibly through time. If she wanted to touch the floor of a building and make that intangible instead, I'm sure she could. I just don't think they've really moved into that aspect of it, because there's a lot of physics you gotta understand for stuff like that. Or you have someone like Carol Danvers, who is basically the female version of Superman in some form. And that's kind of where they were going with that on that. You can't tell me any different. They, and to prove it, look at how she showed up in Endgame. Superman style, wrecking everything, being the quote-unquote one that was going to save everything. But I digress again, because I actually like the movie. But all I'm saying is, when it comes to B levels, you don't have any. I mean, Jessica Jones would be a C level. Yeah, she's minorly invulnerable, super strength. That's about it. Who else? Yeah, like, I can't think of any character that is an absolute B level. Like, I'll just throw you on the B team, you'll be right there with average with everybody else. And that makes me sad, because that means there isn't a go-between. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that there are some B-level female superheroes? And if you do, I mean, who are they? And can you arguably say that they're B-level? Because let's be honest, if someone tells me that Storm is a B-level mutant or a B-level superhero, I'm liable to be very sad for that person. Because they don't understand what I'm talking about. But no, I think I ranted a little too far in. I'm hoping you guys really liked the video, and hopefully my B team here that would assist my superhero A team sparks some of your guys' interest to see what you guys would do or who got your guys' B team be. Leave a comment below, let me know, and y'all take care now. Later.